This is the canoe paddle plate, which I got from a company called Canoe Pack. They gave me this one just for the quality of the canoe paddle, but for the original mold that I'm going to make, they gave me a different model of a different canoe paddle. This is one side of the canoe paddle plate, and this also the other side. These two makes the complete product aiming to make. As you can see here, there's lots of resin here. It's not, and the flow, the resin is not consistent. And the reason for this one is I was using a very thick fiber, which is just hard to push into the core. So, okay, this is the second prototype that I made after the first one is failed. Oh, this is after both parts are glued together, sanded and polished. Yeah, compared to the first one, I use a lighter fiber, which you can easily push into the core. So you can see it here, the difference. There is less resin here, but there is still resin inconsistency here. There are bubbles, you can see it here, which again is not a problem of the mold, but because of my poor experience in vacuum infusion process. This is the last prototype I made with Mark in Alkmaar. As you can see here, this is way better than the first two prototypes, but it's not yet perfect. You can see there are still inconsistencies here, but that is because this mold was made one-off, but we have been using it 3 or 4 times. So the surface quality is deteriorating, and you can see that effect in the product itself.
So it's getting much better over time. You can clearly see that this one, apart from that, it's very heavy. The fibers are not correctly placed in the mold, so you see a lot of resin. This one seems a bit dry, so it's light and the shape is good, but the infusion process didn't win the one. And I think the last two are remarkably better, especially this one. You can still see some air trapped inside the product, but it's starting to really look like a proper production mold. Even this one, I think if you do some extra steps, like putting a clear coat on it and then sanding it, you might even be able already to get the same quality as the production one. Yeah, so this mold has been used multiple times, but it still looks relatively good. It's actually quite smooth, and it doesn't seem like it's abused yet. You could probably make another couple of products of it. Yeah, seeing as how the printing technology is now, so it's not as good and as fast yet as you might want to have it, but the outcome of the project is promising.
The work of the 3D print mold has shown that you can make a product from it, and I think most of the issues were done of, let's say, I would not say lack of experience, but a beginner experience. From now, what we get is a very decent product, and what can be after optimized is how the several sections of the 3D print mold can be better assembly, and that you can have a really smooth connecting point. Yes, it's obvious that I'm sure that if he makes 5 products, it will get even better, so I don't really doubt about these skills growing.